If you heard strange scratching noises coming from inside your bedroom walls at 3 in the morning, you would just blame it on mice. But in 1986, a normal family in Massachusetts discovered was actually way more terrifying. Before I show you what was actually hiding inside their house, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. So, our story starts with a 16-year-old girl named Breanne Bowen. One day, she gets a random phone call from a guy named Daniel, who claims he knows her friends. He sounded super charming and polite on the phone, so Breanne agreed to go out on a date with him. But the moment they met in person, Breanne realized something was deeply wrong with this guy. He was obsessive, socially awkward, and super aggressive, so Breanne immediately cut off all contact with him. You might think that is the end of the story, but here's the crazy part. A few weeks later, weird things started happening in her house. Furniture would mysteriously change positions while the family was asleep. The television would turn on by itself in the middle of the night, blasting at full volume. Breanne and her younger sister started terrified whispers that their house was literally haunted by a ghost. Their father, Frank, did not believe in ghosts. He figured someone was pranking them, so he checked every door and window. But every single lock was completely secured from the inside. Then, things escalated to downright terrifying. Strange messages written in blood-red paint started appearing on the walls. The girls were so traumatized, they stopped sleeping in their bedrooms, camping out together in the living room, until one afternoon in late December, when Breanne and her sister were home completely alone. They heard a heavy, dragging sound coming from the upstairs bedroom. Slowly, they walked upstairs and pushed open the bedroom door. And standing right in the middle of the room was Daniel LaPlante, wearing dead makeup and holding a hatchet. The girls screamed and sprinted downstairs, terrified for their lives. They locked themselves in a neighbor's house and frantically dialed 911. Within minutes, police cruisers surrounded the house with their guns drawn. The officers searched every single room, every closet, and under every bed. But when they gathered in the living room, the house was completely empty. Daniel had vanished into thin air. There were no footprints in the snow outside, and no open windows. The cops thought the girls were imagining things. But their father, Frank, knew his daughters were not lying. He decided to take matters into his own hands. That night, while the house was dead silent, Frank grabbed a weapon and started inspecting the walls. When he walked into the upstairs closet, he noticed something bizarre about the wooden baseboard. It was not nailed down. When he pushed it with his boot, the wall panel swung open like a secret door, and inside that cramped, freezing wall cavity was a sleeping bag, human waste, and stolen food. Daniel LaPlante had not broken into their house. He had been secretly living inside their walls for over 2 months. Please subscribe and like for the next part.